So now we are going to see reading section. So this is reading section. Now we are into the reading section. So what is the importance of reading? So it will develop the knowledge of language structure, and it develops the vocabulary also. So now we're coming to the level of reading. So like earlier in listening and speaking, here also we are having sections like A1, A2, B1, B2, C1 and C2. So apart from these sections, we are having vocabulary builder also. So we'll come to this later. First we'll go to A1 section. So these are the units that are covered under reading section. So first we'll see alphabet. So here we are having the phonic drilled words with a sound, that is letter A. So these are the sounds that are ending with AG, AP, AM, AD, AT and AN. So based on these we are having some letters like for the letters that are ending with AT, that is rat, fat, mat, cat, bat. So likewise we'll be having letters that are ending with AD and so on. So based on this we'll be having an activity. So we have to match the rhyming words from this group to this group. So you have to select one of the options here like this, and we have to select the rhyming word for this word. This mat for mat, bat. So likewise you have to match this word with the rhyming word. So you have to do activity like this. So once putting all these options, submit button will be highlighted here. So click on the submit button. So it will show what is the correct answer and what is the wrong answer. So if you want to see all the correct answers, click on the show answers button here. So these are the correct answers. So if you want to do this activity again, so you want to click on this reset button here. So like this you have to do these activities. So now we move on to the another unit. So now let us see sentence. In this section we are having one type of activity like within the sentence the words are jumbled here and there. So you have to rearrange the words to make it a meaningful sentence. So here I'm doing this activity. So what is your name? Question mark will be at the end. So this is the form of the sentence. So we have to rearrange the sentence like this. So click submit button. So it is a right answer. So like this you have to do this activity. So these are so likewise we'll be having activities in the every unit. So finally we'll be having assessment section where you have to do different type of activities here also, and we have to get at least 75 percentage to move on to the next level, that is level A2. First so let us go to the A2 section. What are the activities that are there in this level? So these are the activities that are covered under A2 level. So let us go to tenses. So in tenses, if you see here, you are having a lesson. You are having a brief description about the sentence, how to use the simple present tense here. So this simple present tense in English is used to describe regular actions, like so how to describe regular actions. So here you are having a basic structure. So how to use a positive sentence for a simple present tense, and how to use a negative sentence. So this is the basic structure. So here you can see a girl is standing here, and so she's telling all her daily activities in a present tense. I have my breakfast at 7 o'clock. I go to school. So like this you'll be having a lesson here. So here when you want to talk about the regular actions of the other persons or things, the structure of the present tense changes. So that's what it is presented here. The structure of the positive sentence changed here. So here is the real life scenario. A girl is standing here. and she is telling the daily activities of her friend Priya. So based on the simple present tense, we are having an activity here. So first of all, we have to read all the following sentences and click the correct answer. So first read the sentences here. Ashok dash to school every day. So Ashok goes to school every day. So like this, you have to answer all the questions. So I have done all the questions correct. So like this, you have to do these activities. So these kind of activities will be there in this level A2. So after completing all the units, so you have to undergo this assessment section. So now let us go to the another section B1. Let us see what are the activities that are covered here. So these are the units that are covered under the B1 section. So let us see one of the activities here. So this is about modal verbs. So this is a following. This is a conversation between two artists. So what they are talking. So here you can see the usage of the modal verb here. So here you can see the modal verb will, that is in bold. So likewise you can, so how to use can, how to use should. So all these modal verbs will be there here in this section. So based on this all the you can have a table of different models and their functionality here. So this is the shell. So where it is used, so I mean like it is like if it is a like obligation, or it is a offer, or it is a order or suggestion, so in these cases you have to use shall. Or if it is like an advice or it is an obligation, you have to use should. So where to use these modal verbs, so this is the function. So if it is like ability or possibility or permission, you have to use can. So like this, you have to use these modal verbs. So based on these modal verbs, you are having examples also. So at which point of time you have to use these modal verbs. So here you'll be having an activity based on the modal verbs. So you can see here, he can sing for 8 hours at a stretch. So here it shows the ability of the singer, so that he can sing 8 hours at a stretch. At a stretch he can sing for 8 hours. So it is like an ability, that is his ability. It is not an offer, not an inference, it is an ability. So here if you can see, when I'm clicking on this ability button, so instantly I'm getting an feedback like it is correct answer. So it is instant feedback activity. So when you click on the other options, you'll get an into mark because those are the wrong answers. So here instantly we are getting this feedback here. So likewise, if you see the another question, may I come in, sir? So here you are asking permission to come into the class. It is not advice, it is not future of the past, it is seeking permission. So likewise, you have to answer all the questions. So you are giving advice here, you should stop smoking. So you are giving advice to the person to stop smoking. You are not requesting, or it is not an ability, you are advising. So like this, you have to do this activity. So likewise we are having activities under this level. So these are the units, and at last we are having assessment section, obviously. So now let us go to the B2 section. So this is B2 section. These are the units that are covered under B2. Let me take one of the units here. So this is about idiomatic expressions. So what are the idioms? What is an idiom actually? So it is an expression of two or more words that means something other than the literal meaning of the individual words is called an idiom. So here if you see, don't lose your head. So literally it is not losing your head here. The meaning, that is a meaning of don't lose your control and don't behave harshly. So it is saying you should not lose your control and you should not behave harshly. So instead of that, we are using an idiom like don't lose your head. So these are called idioms. So some of the idioms are here. So we're having a table of idioms and the respective meanings. So based on the previous lesson, we are having an activity here. So it is a match the following activity. So you have to match the given idioms with their meanings. So you have to drag and drop into the respective idiom. So after that, we have to click on the submit button. So it will show the correct answer and the wrong answer. And if you want to click on see the answers, we have to click on the show answers. So these are the correct answers. And if you want to do the activity again, we have to click on the reset button here. So in this way, we have to do activities in this unit. Okay, now let us see the units that are covered under C1. So these are the units that are covered under C1. So here let me take reading comprehension. So here this is the activity based on the reading comprehension. Here you have given a topic of migration in India. So here it is showing that you have to click on the passage, click on this button to read the passage. So if you have to click on this passage button here, so you'll be having a passage about migration in India. So this is the passage. First of all, you have to read the whole passage before answering the questions. So after reading the passage, now you can answer the questions here. Submit. So these are the correct answers and these are the wrong answers. So these are the correct answers. So next, reset. So in this way we have to do activities in this section. So likewise we'll be having another unit like cloze test. So let us see what is cloze test. So it is an activity like we are having a paragraph here. So in that some of the words have been left out. So for that left out words, we're having options here. So when we drop down the list, we're having a list of words here. So from that we have to select the suitable word. So like this, you have to select the suitable word here. So once selecting all the words, you have to submit. So these are the correct answers. So in this way we have to do this cloze test. So this is another type of cloze test activity. So here some of the words have been left out. So for these left out words, for one word you will be having 5 options. So in these 5 options you have to select one of the word here. So for this word, these are the options. From these options you have to select. So for the second one, this is the second one. So for the second word, these are the options. So likewise we'll be having 3, 4 and 5. Submit. So these are wrong answers. So these are the correct answers. So in this way we have to do these activities. And now we'll see another activity. These are the para jumbles. So here you'll be having a group of sentences, and the first and the last sentences are fixed. Means you no need to do the first and the 6 sentences, but the rest of the sentences, like the sentences which are in between the 1 and 6, those sentences are jumbled. So you have to find the correct order of these 4 sentences, P, Q, or S. What is the correct order? So you have to select here. So it is also an instant feedback activity. So by clicking on this, you'll get an instant feedback whether it is right or wrong. So this is wrong. So this is the correct order, P, S, Q, R. So like this you have to do these activities. So now we'll see C2 section. So this is C2. So these are the units that are covered under C2. So let me take one of the units. This is a phrasal replacement unit. So under these unit we're having activities like, so here we have given one phrase. So in that, some part of the question will be bolded. It will be in bold letters, that will be printed in bold. So you have to find whether it is a correct, whether it is grammatically correct or not. So if it is not grammatically correct, so what best suits from the following options you have to find out. You have to find out from these A, B, C, D, E. So which suits best among these options. So you have to click on the option and we have to click on the next button. So likewise you'll be having 5 questions. So you have to click, you have to select all the 5 questions here, and after that you'll get a review here. So the number of questions, you are having 5 and you have did only 1 correct and 4 wrong, and you haven't skipped any one. So let us see the review. So you'll get a feedback here. So you have attempted wrong, so this is a wrong answer, you made it wrong, and this is the correct answer is D. So what happened to all these aboard the bus was not known. So this is the correct answer, D is the correct answer. So likewise you'll be having feedback for every question. So after completing this activity 1, you have to click on this next button here to go to the next activity. So likewise you'll be having activities in this unit. So now we have done with all the levels like A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1, C2. We have seen all the some of the important activities under the units, and now we see the vocabulary builder. So what is this vocabulary builder? So under the vocabulary builder we are having levels from 1 to 8. So why these levels are? So this is a brief introduction about the vocabulary builder and why it is very important. So you can have a look over here. So how many words are there in these levels? So you're having 5000 plus words in all these levels. So from 5-year-old to 25-year-old person um, can benefited from this vocabulary builder. So let us see level 1. So what is level 1? So level 1 is nothing but these are the basic nouns or verbs used by beginners. So this is for beginners. So this is for beginners. So here you'll be having small words like myself, mother, father, brother, sister, grandmother. Like this you'll be having words in this section. So in level 2, you'll be having verbs which helps us to convey actions. So these are the actions that we convey to others. So when your friend asks you, so what you're doing, so you can say like I'm playing. So playing, so you can say like I'm bathing, I'm running, I'm watching, I'm reading, I'm eating. So like this you can convey your action to your friends, so it will help a lot. So likewise you'll be having in level 3 also. So in level 3 these are the basic verbs used by beginners. This is also used by beginners. These are the basic verbs like the red gram, Bengal gram, black gram, cow gram. So likewise you'll be having all the verbs here. So till level 8 you'll be having verbs. So this is about the vocabulary builder. So now we are done with the reading section. So now we can close this section here.